Let's talk about building sections. There may be times when we want to look at our model in section view as if the section is cut vertically. We can sort of get an idea of that using the marquee tool here. If I draw a marquee around my house, right click and say Show Selection Marquee in 3D, you can see our building is sort of sectioned off, if you will. What we want to do is use ArchiCAD's 2D tools to create this section so that we're looking directly at our cut surface here perpendicularly. So let's do that. We're going to go over to Document, into the Section tool, and basically what we've got here is what's important for right now are these three modes right here. This first mode here, let's just draw a building section through, and you can do that by left-clicking one point, left-clicking another point, and then you get an eyeball, and the eyeball sign, which way are we looking? And I clicked up here so you can see my section is created and we're pointing up towards the north, if you will. And you can see we're running kind of right through part of our couch there. After we do that, over here in our navigator, we've got a new thing here, Sections, Building Section 1. Inside of our view map here, we don't see that section yet. Let's see, there it is. There we go, Section 1. So we also have it in view map. So I'll double click on that section, and you can't see it. Let me kind of bring this up so you guys can see it. We've got a section that's been created, cutting through our house. And you can see that it is as if we were standing at this point right here. This is sort of our old 3D view. Let's show everything in 3D. Looking to the right here. And so section, you can see here's our couch, and we can see our cabinets and all the TVs beyond. And that's because if I select our section, we're set to this mode here, to infinity basically. If I choose my selection and select this mode right here, we all of a sudden get a range that we could see to. So if I drag this range back here, I'm going to click this top center node on my section and go into this guy right here. Then I can control the depth to which I see. So you can see I can see everything up until just past the refrigerator here. So if I go back into my section and take a look, all of a sudden we can see everything up until right past the refrigerator. And we can drag back to here now, going back into our section. Notice this wall right here. We can no longer see that wall. Now, if we choose this last mode here, it will be only what the section is cutting through. So if I double click here, you can see we're only cutting through little parts of the couch here, and our walls, our parapet walls, and some other things. So, and these sections of course can be created in any way we want it. I mean, we could, this would be very unusual, but we could rotate it so that our section is cutting through at an angle here, and you can see our footing's been skewed because we're cutting through our wall at an angle here. So that would be pretty unusual to do that. We'd only want to do something like that as if we had walls running perpendicular to the section line here. So I'm just going to undo that. So we may want a section like this. We may want our section to be up here and moved over a bit. So we're cutting through like this. And we'll talk about these two different sections here, running horizontally and vertically, for our annotations. But for right now, just sort of learning the tools and what they can do. We can also, of course, use our layers. If we're looking at a section, our layers, of course, work in here as well. So we could go down and turn off, say, A firm, and these, let's see, these cabinets here, Oh, they're on A equipment. But if they're on A furniture, they would disappear. So those are sections. And we can be controlling the height of our sections, how far up we see in sections. And there's other controls in there as well. You can even apply shadows and materials to your sections if you'd like.